How's it going, hobby enthusiasts? Today we're continuing the Warp Spiders. We have one here partially painted. The goal, as usual, is to take this to a table-ready standard. And maybe, if there's time, I'll do some Death Guard experimentation as well. Okay, so we're going to start with the black components, the soft seals of the armor first. Just get in here with some game color black. Other areas that'll be black will be the gun casings, and where's my reference model? Yeah, the warp pack, gauntlets, and soft seals. So, soft seals are areas like this, the joints of the armor. So it's not the best coverage in one coat here, but I think it should be adequate because I'm planning to cover this up with a layer of scale 75 Inktense black. That should make up the difference well enough. I have to remind myself which colors those components are supposed to be. So we have metal for the bayonets, the sharp edges, and that canister. What is that? It's like a spider web, a glue, probably from some super glue I was using. That should take care of that. So we can sort of quick and dirty this, I'm pretty sure. These are certainly nice models, but I think it's probably most enjoyable to get a quick and dirty table-ready approach. You start playing without feeling completely guilty, and then take it to, I guess, a parade-ready standard from there. Alright, and now for the warp pack. I guess you'd still call it a jump pack, technically. Feels to me like the lighting is worse. Let me see what I can do here. Oh my god, I've spotted another one of these hairs or super glue cobwebs. Ah, well, hello there, Francois. A salute to you as well. Jean just saying hi, off to sleep now, almost 1 in the morning for you. Well, I appreciate the greeting, and I wish you a good rest. Okay, so the black area is done. I think we're on to the reds. Does that make the most sense? Maybe. We'll see. Got some red on the palette here still, but it may be too weak. Yeah, way too weak. It's good glaze, though. Do you have a hidden camera in a shitty diner? Not quite. It's just the background, or it's just the image of the extended music I'm listening to. The video, rather. I don't know if it's audible for you guys, but if it's not, then it's irrelevant. Okay, get some corn red. Oh man, this corn red is getting thick. Could be a problem. Okay, let's see if this is... Yes, that's better. Look at that. That is enough coverage to work with. We're still getting the undertones coming through, which isn't the worst, and you can always build up from there. No music? Perfect. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I put up a poll one time with you guys, and everyone was, the majority of people agreed that they'd rather not have my music playing. That way you guys can listen to whatever you want on your end, and we can all enjoy the hobby camaraderie together. Which I suppose makes sense. Definitely keeps the YouTube happier. Let's get some game color black in there, in the crease, in the crevasse. Hey, how's it going, Misfit? Thanks for tuning in and joining in the hobby hang. I'm just working on these warp spiders. Actually, yeah, everyone in chat, well, only a few viewers right now, but feel free to share what you guys are up to. Let's get that hobby camaraderie going. Well, definitely gonna have to clean up some of this. I feel like you can get away with a little bit of a little bit of inaccuracy, but not that much. Misfit says I nearly have my 10 GSC Acolyte hybrids finished. Last week I finished 20 Neophyte hybrids. That's a lot of hybrids. But good going. Sounds like you've been crushing it. Crushing that hobby life. What's going on? Why can't I read this? Oh, it's my own interface. What is going on here? How can I stop this? Oh my god. Well, it is what it is. Francois says I'm doing a House War Griffin Knight Castigator. Oh, big boy. That's the big knight, isn't it? With gold, non-metallic metal trim, and some freehand on the armor panels. Nice. Good use of the real estate on those knights. Those big open panels are ideal for something. Misfit says, I'm giving thoughts to sell my Dark Angels. Oh, interesting. Have you just fallen out of love with them, or... I'm always intrigued by the reasons as to why people wish to sell their collections, their armies. I think at this stage I can begin hitting the metal components. I do need to hit this with the skill 75. I feel like once I do that I gotta start being extra neat. Partly money and also not enough free space. That is understandable. That is understandable, certainly. Just gonna shake up some Dura aluminum. Nearly 5,000 to 6,000 points all painted. Impressive. Those aren't your rookie numbers. Maybe I should have mixed some black into this. It is a bit bright. Oh yeah, how about the other side of this again? Jeez. How embarrassing. Oh no. Alright, that's a bit better. Just gotta get some color down. Alright, enough of this music loop. Let me switch it up a little bit. That should be better. Something to change up the pace every little while, you know? Actually, while that silver is still alive here, I need to touch up this this Death Guard guy here a little bit. I need to essentially have to redo the scythe. So I'll just use up the silver for later, or to save some time later, and I'll dirty it up in a future time. It's a cool little Death Guard guy. He's like in an Easter kind of bunny day theme. Yeah, that's... everywhere else is okay. Just the scythe blade itself. It's just absolutely massive. He almost looks funny on this 40mm base. A little crowded. Just catching up on chat real quick. 50,000 points of Dark Angels. So won't be buying, but I do have trade stock. Jeez, Francois. just casually dropping the 50k painted. Mainly into modeling and painting these days, not really playing. Yeah, you know what? I kind of prefer that as well. Look, playing is It's very conditional. I feel like the enjoyment of playing the game is so conditional on the playgroup and the rules at the time. So I can totally appreciate just being into the hobby side of this hobby rather than the playing side. Alright, so just glazing in some Evil Sun Scarlet here. And I'm kind of haphazardly applying it, if I'm being honest. Though maybe before I get lost in building up layers, I should be making sure all the components have a base color so as to hit that table-ready goal by the stream's end. Oh, right, the mouthpiece as well. I gotta do the mouthpiece. And we can use up the rest of our metal while we're here. Okay. Oh, I just saw your comment now, Francois. The Death Guard guy looks crazy. What kind of blue is that? I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you. This model was painted for a buddy, and now I have it back for some modifications. I made a video for it way back in the day. It's an old video on the channel. I think it's called Bunny Day Death Guard or Plague Marine, maybe. I believe in that video I explain how it's painted, but I can't tell you for certain. But I'm supposed to just gonna make some updates to this scythe, make it more in line with that Typhus I did recently. More of a greenish ooze rather than a rust kind of thing going on. Okay, let's build up some off-whites. Oh, the wet palette's doing its thing. The paint is alive. Perfect, perfect. Just gotta add a bit more off-white. The gray paint is alive, though. Oh, Misfit. The Army Painter metallics are nice, is that right? I'll keep that in mind when I am on the hunt for new metallics. And you find building and painting models is a great way to deal with mental health. Oh yeah, whatever works for the individual, I suppose. I mean, I certainly find painting models to be pretty, I don't know, therapeutic, I guess. I feel like that sounds dramatic. I feel like it's just very zen, very calming. Just put on a podcast or some music you like and just kind of hobby and get your groove on, you know? Alright, that's a pretty uneven coat, so I think I just have to deal with it. Can I build up these areas? Not especially well. Yeah, definitely mucking up the black edges I put down, but oh well. Again, I feel like the stream quality today, or my camera, or my lighting, or something, is just making everything look like absolute shit. Let me check my Camo Studio settings. Oh, everything looks the same. Doesn't seem like it was reset or anything. What is... Uh-oh. Okay, it's fine. Oh jeez. Like, what is this heart here for? Why is it obstructing chat? This wasn't always here. Did YouTube change something? What am I supposed to do with this? What's the purpose of that? I don't understand. Whatever. Whatever. Maybe someone in chat will be kind enough to enlighten me. Maybe we can get some green happening here. We have some AK deep green, and what do I use for my darker color? We won't use too much of this. We might have to use a little bit just to build up some blends. I just want to add some dimension to the checkers here, or these color blocks. Yeah, I can't remember how I got this this blue. I have this pale contrast frost heart that's kind of... I've been using it for OSL or glowing eye lenses, but I find it's too pale, and I'm wondering if it has some application towards maybe achieving a result close to this, maybe? Maybe if you dilute it a little bit with some contrast medium. I'm wondering if it would be a quick and dirty method to kind of get to that pale kind of pastel blue. Okay, I guess we'll do a bit of washing. Just a bit. My safety stand. I need to use the safety stand. Francois, you're in agreement to just water this down, eh? This frost heart. I think it'll work, or at least provide a base color that's close enough. And maybe traditional painting methods from there. Yeah, let that helmet dry, and we'll wash that with Macolia Green Shade. And then our helmet should be looking pretty decently, pretty adequately defined, I think. So how crucial are these webbing, these thigh webbings? Seems like a pretty iconic detail. Okay, not the worst. Not the worst in terms of in terms of screw ups. I need to be more consistent with my painting. I feel like when I do these streams more regularly, I am more proficient. Alright, I've got a little bit of cleanup to do. Certainly does the job for the battle ready. How's it going, Donzilla? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. What are you hobbying this evening? Okay, let's get some Macolia Green Shade on his or her mask. I just gotta find my wash. Well, hopefully this isn't too loud. Maybe I'll mute. Alright, that will create the cool undertone and dark recesses. Okay, so that's the base color for our pink tubes, but coat's a little uneven. Certainly not ideal. Okay, so can I raise the value up now? Coverage is not great. You didn't even know there was a stream today, Altharius? Alright, this is like seriously bothering me. Why is there an emoji just sitting in the middle of my chat? What must I click upon to remove that? It's very annoying. You didn't even know there's a stream today. Yeah, late. I was a bit late on scheduling it, to be honest. Just trying to iron out availability with the usual suspects that I sometimes invite to my hobby calls, but summertime is pretty busy, so please forgive the lateness of my scheduling, Alfarius. Alright, we're layering up a brighter value. It's looking a bit more reasonable. Need more white, though. Before I do that, let's put some Doomfire Magenta down. Well, that's certainly thick, but I'll pull from there as I continue. Can always brighten them up afterwards as per the Glowing Islands' workflow. All right. Let's see if we can get some green down. Let's see if I can create a bit of value. Or rather, a change in value. to begin the Hexwraith green glowing recipe. Toxic Mist, and then Hexwraith Flame, the old formula. Locked in on painting a Legionnaire. And Chaos Trim Zone, yep, that is... Look, Trim Jail is a very real thing. Jumping back to the Warp Spiders after all that, Wordbearer's Trim is a nice reprieve. That should do it. I don't think I'm missing any tubular spots. Any other areas that are supposed to be glowing green. There are some tubes here, but I don't think I can get away with not painting those glowing green. What time are we at? 8:30? Okay. Ahead of schedule. I feel like we're nearly table ready. Okay, so let's get the Hex Wraith building. A little bit of overhang is okay. We might be a bit too overloaded in that one. That'll probably try better. Cool. Need some Colia green shade in these panels. I should really brighten the ones on our back here. Just catching up on chat. Sorry for the delay here. I was just too focused on this painting this spider here, but I think she's coming along. Okay, Altharius says, Admiral to 40k after my captain slayed Dante. How rude. He got to experience fighting a Catan. It did not go well. Yep, that sounds about right. Then my jump captain had a duel against the Catan and almost won, but died bottom of round 5. Ah, that's too bad. That'd make for a pretty epic, heroic moment on the tabletop. Hey, Caramel Apple, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We are all just hobbying. We're grinding that hobby life here. Are you got something going on your hobby desk as well, or just hanging out? I'm always seeking to feed off of the hobby camaraderie. live vicariously through others as well. Now see these new Skaven models, and you're like, wow, those look like they'd be fun to paint. And then I just have to live through someone else. Skaven are the only faction you genuinely hate. But why, Alpharius? Why do you hate the Skaven? What's not to like about this Skaven? Come on. I mean... Donzel says an Iron Warrior's in the Manufactorum. Nice. I'll take a look in the Manufactorum. Oh, he's looking pretty good, Donzilla. Pretty good. Hazard stripes looking clean. Very cool. Good choice with the Mark III helmet. And the chainsaw bayonet over the knife. Both of those choices contribute to the Iron Warrior's flavor, I think. Caramel Apple says, just hanging out and browsing eBay for deals on orcs. Nice. Any particular orky units? Or any particular... stupid question, sorry. Any particular flavor of orc, like your commando style or the beast snaga type? There's all these different kind of skews and offshoots for orcs, I feel. Space Skaven would be epic. Yes, Francois. See, this is how I know Francois is a man of culture, okay? Because he says great things like Space Skaven would be epic. I could not agree more. I adore the idea of Space Skaven. Maybe I should have. Maybe I missed an opportunity. Maybe I should have bought a starter set for Age of Sigmar and then converted a bunch of Space Skaven and then just make house rules and then live the dream, right? That was a very real possibility. Alright, so this is looking very tabletop ready. I can do the base a little bit, do a base coat on those rocks. And then, do I have my texture mud up here? I do. I could give them a wash. Okay, so the base color I use for the stone is London Grey from Model Color. It's a nice color to mix with black to get your off black, you know, so you can paint a black color that is readable. I can dilute this a bit more. I don't think it needs total coverage here because there'll be loads of dry brushing and washes. And I think the unevenness on like natural basing features lends to the natural kind of effect. Hey, Kinetic, just dropping in. Welcome. Welcome. I'm happy to see you found the stream. And it's looking good. Nice. Yeah, I think this Warp Spider here, I think she's looking nearly tabletop ready. Ah, I think it is. Who am I kidding? Just the basing isn't done, but the water bases are so elaborate, I think. I give myself a free pass on that one. I don't think the water basing needs to be in place for this to be table ready, right? That's not cope, is it? I feel like that's reasonable. I should take a look at those eyes and see how they've turned out after the Hexwraith dried. I think adequate. You know, I could use some in-brightening in the center. But for a one-pass Hexwraith application, that's not bad. Altheria says it's cope. Yes, that was my fear. I am desperate. I'm desperate not to have water basing be something that's necessary for tabletop battle-ready standards. Surely we can just say it's a rocky base and then add the water after. Okay, so before the wash goes on, the homemade Agrax Earthshade goes on the base, I want to add some mud texture, which would actually delay this process. So I have to hold off on that. Oh, and I'll BRB real quick. I'm just gonna reach over and grab my texture paint from my bin. Alright, I've returned. Fear not. I got the old reliable Vallejo earth texture. Just gonna grab an old brush and push this to the seams. Oh god. They're glued shut. Oh no, we're still good. It's still moist. See, this is not even a water base right now. It's just a rocky terrain base. It's like the low tide right now, so you know it's all intentional. It's not like it's supposed to be a water base or anything. It's quite thin of an application I'm doing here, so it should, I think it'll actually dry pretty quickly. Cool. Cool. And there was silence. Oh, caramel apple. Let me inform you. On my streams, there are often moments of silence. See, it takes a considerable amount of effort to paint at this mediocre standard of mine. And so, if I'm too dialed in, if what I'm doing is too demanding, I just focus in on the painting and neglect entertaining all of you guys completely. Jeez, Alfarius, you're killing me in chat here. What's up, guys? Today we're going to destroy Cadia again. Make sure to like and subscribe for a chance to win a damned soul of one unfortunate soul who won't make it off the planet. Wow, how cruel. How cruel. Okay, so probably don't want to apply the wash and while this texture paste is drying, so where does that leave my efforts? At the start of the stream, I did say I would use some Inktense Black on the soft seals to add that glossy materiality, but I haven't done that yet. So maybe now is a good time to do such a process. Let's take a look at our comparison points. You haven't done gems on either of these. Man, the gradients on the pink warp effects are way better on this one here. Much more dynamic. Greater change in value. That's something for a phase 2 stream. Oh look! Forgot about that. How funny. Okay, we'll hit that with some Doomfire Magenta and then maybe do a bit of gemstone painting, maybe? Nothing crazy. But I notice the other one, the crouching guy, he doesn't have gemstones either. Oh, his his jump pack is barely painted. Okay, well we have those colors out, so maybe we'll use this bonus time here on this stream to touch up some of our other guys. Yeah, this first sample I did, see, he's got his gems in place. He's looking good. This guy right here knows what's up. It's a bit of a problem because this guy is not the leader of the squad. The leader is here, so the leader actually should look better. So that's what you get for getting too excited. Alright. Let's use some of our off-white gray mix. Try and fill this guy in a little bit, add a bit of gradients to these panels. I find they just add so much. They really increase the visual interest. Those areas of contrast created by gradients. It's kind of, well, actually not kind of, it is the exact same principle as the what I do for my salamander successors on their vehicles. What did I call it? Panel shading, yes. Panel shading your Space Marine boxy vehicles. Not the most realistic, but certainly looks interesting. Does add that wow factor. Going in here with the AK green. Yeah, it's gonna be impossible to do a blend without the darker value. I noticed my dropper bottle was broken. I suppose that's why the paint is drying up faster. But that's not really interesting. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Now we can start building like a medium tone. You know, from the top view, they don't look too bad, just chilling as they are. Alright, so won't be streaming too much longer. I do have prior engagements. But there's enough time to hit this detail I missed on this guy from the previous stream, the crouching. Well, not the superhero landing guy, but the, I don't know what to call this, kneeling. Jeez, there's a whole chunk of leg armor I missed. This is like a kind of trim gel. You can be thankful though, it's only one thigh plate. I still haven't decided what I'm going to be doing for this. These segmented sections on the gun here. So far I've been painting them dark red, but it's really just a placeholder. I figure they shouldn't just be the same gun casing color. Alright, not bad. So then there's just the Exarch remaining. Okay, so who needs soft seals? Soft seals, I think they all do. Yep, looks like it. Alright, so with the Inktense black, we'll just quickly line these soft seals. Jesus. Famous last words. All right, those. With those done, the soft seals of the armor should be good enough for even the parade ready tier of these guys. The the Autarch though. The Autarch, sorry, not the Autarch. The Jesus, why am I having a brain fart with the name? The Aspect Squad Leader. What are the Aspect Squad leaders called? Jesus. Why am I spazzing out here? Is it that late? No, it's not. Well, regardless, the Aspect Squad leader, this character here, I'm going to do the greens ahead of time because I have them out on my palette and I sort of got too much paint on my palette and I don't want it to go to waste. So we're going to do that now. We're going to cheat a little bit. And then, aside from any cleanup, I shouldn't have to worry about this color component at all for the next stream. Exarch. Yes, Francois. Thank you. God. That's exactly right. The Exarch. Jeez, these Eldar words. Okay, and our guy from today. This dry? Dry enough. Alright, let's put a bit of wash on the base and call it done for today's stream. Bit of a quiet one today. Not too much going on with the old Games Workshop. Well, no major announcements. That does make it a little bit harder to keep chatting. And a pretty hefty wash over all the rocks and dirt. Just enough to bring out those details. said I'd wrap it up after that, but I noticed the spot I missed. And it would just pain me too much to leave it unpainted. It's the underside of this leg and the foot back here. All right, that should suffice. So good at spelling, trouble identifying a Xenosk Space Marine guy. Yeah. No, I appreciate the pointer there, Francois. I had a bit of a brain fart. I couldn't remember that particular Eldari word for the Aspect Squad leaders, the Exarchs. Okay, well, anyways, guys, thank you to everyone who tuned in and joined in the hobby camaraderie. Most likely, I'll be streaming tomorrow as well, and I'll be probably, well, not probably. If I'm streaming, we'll be working on the Exarch, and then, wow, look at this. The Warp Spider squad will be table ready. Beautiful. Amazing. Alright, guys, well,